Hello, I'm Isaiah. I am your school's disaster and risk reduction advocate. Today we're going to be talking about history's biggest earthquakes, what hazards there are during earthquakes, and how to avoid these earthquakes. What is an earthquake and its cause? An earthquake is the shaking of the surface of the earth. It is caused by a sudden slip on a fault. Now we're going to talk about the 5 most destructive earthquakes ever recorded. The number one most destructive earthquake was a 9.5 earthquake in Valdivia, Chile on May 22nd, 1960. It caused $550 million in damage in 1960. The second most destructive earthquake in history was in Alaska on March 28th, 1964. This 9.2 earthquake caused almost $311 million in damage. Number 3. Sumatra, Indonesia, December 26, 2004. This was a 9.1 magnitude earthquake and cost about $9.4 billion. The fourth most destructive earthquake was in Sendai, Japan on March 11, 2011. This was a 9 magnitude earthquake and cost almost 12 trillion yen or $108 billion. The fifth most destructive earthquake was in Russia on November 4, 1952. This 9 magnitude earthquake caused around $1 million in property damage. Now we're going to talk about potential hazards during an earthquake. 1. Ground shaking. The ground shaking is one of the most obvious hazards during an earthquake. Number 2. Landslides and rockfalls. If you live near a mountainous area, these could happen during an earthquake. Number 3. Tsunamis. If you live in a coastal area after an earthquake, beware for tsunami to occur. How can we avoid these? Number 1. Ground shaking. We can't avoid this, but we can make safety regulations to minimize possible damage, like bolting cabinets and other stuff to walls. Number 2. Landslides and rockfalls. You can avoid these by not living in steep mountainous places, but just in case, make sure the place is safe and secure to avoid possible damage. Number 3. Tsunamis. If possible, you could avoid living in a coastal area. If not, seek high ground after tremors are confirmed to be over. Why am I talking about this? Well, I believe it is important for people to know the aftermath of an earthquake and help them prepare just in case if such thing happens. Thank you for listening.